So, welcome to your English language class again. Now, we are all discussing the different forms of writing skill which you have in class ISC level. And you might be thinking that I'm doing a little bit of grammar because I know grammar you have already had a practice before, but writing skill constitutes 80 marks of your paper. So in that case, we need to put more emphasis on the writing skill portion. I have already uh, taught you all this in class 11, but still I'm recapitulating it in more detail since you're not in front of me. So there's no chances for discussion. So that's why I'm just dealing with these topics more elaborately so that it benefits you the most. Okay. So today, as you can see on screen, that today we are going to discuss with article writing. Okay, and I have discussed with the three types of essays which are most uncommon to you in your paper of ISC. So that is why I had discussed those in details. And today I'm going to discuss about the article writing. Okay. You know that article writing falls in the question number 2, where you have two questions out of directed writing. One is a proposal, which is mandatory for you to attempt, and another one is there are many options, but in the exams you will not have any options. Only one question will be coming, so you have to be prepared with all the different types of directed writings. Okay. Now, what is the meaning of directed writing? I have already discussed in class that it refers to some points will be given to you, some guidelines will be given to you, and based on that, you have got to write whatever you are asked for. Okay. So, what is an article? First, you have got to know. If you go through the newspaper, you will find that apart from the news, which is given in a different format, there is a separate page where different people write about some issues. Okay, they deal with the issues in general, and or they can deal with it by themselves also. So that is what an article is. As you can see, I've just put a small definition of an article. What is it? It is a written work published in the print or electronic media. It may be for the purpose of propagating news, researching results, academic analysis, or debate. So article includes all the different types of writing which you have known so far, and usually it is written for publishing in a newspaper or a magazine. Okay, and it encompasses a general issue, and the different aspects of the issue are usually dealt in by the writer. Now there is a format for an article. The format is quite simple. It will not be least difficult for you to understand. First thing is you have to give a heading. Okay, a very sometimes in the question only headings are given, but sometimes if headings are not given, then you have got to give a heading, a catchy headline for yourself. Okay, then you have a byline. Byline means by whom the article is being written. Now, if you follow the newspapers nowadays, you will find that email addresses are given. Okay, so that is again along with the name of the writer. So the writer's personal email ID as an employee of that newspaper is given, and otherwise only it's a name for you people. The name will be enough for you to write. Okay, then you have the body, which is the most important part, and you know that these are not just based on points. When you are writing an ISC level creative writing or writing skill, the way in which you deal with the topic, your linguistic ability is being judged. Okay, so first, what is there in your heading? The heading of the article should be engaging. As I said, it has to be an attractive one and should not exceed more than 5 to 6 words. So you are not supposed to write a whole sentence grammatically correct with verbs and all. Okay, so it has to be a few points, a few words, which will directly be related to the article which you are going to write. Okay. Then you have what is a byline. As I told you, byline is nothing but the name of the person who is writing the article. Then the body. The body is the main part which carries more weightage of marks. The body has to be written into 3 or 4 separate paragraphs. Now, what are you going to write in those 3 or 4 separate paragraphs? Let's just see. First is paragraph 1, within the body. So we are talking about within the body. Okay. First is the introduction paragraph. That means what the article is about. You can start your writing based on some research analysis, or you can also give a general introduction about some situations, okay, and but you have to keep the language simple. Don't play with words unless and until you have a good confidence over the usage of the words, okay. Then paragraph 2 and 3 must come with a complete analysis of the subject matter in question. That means a problem which you are dealing with. So that thing has to be analyzed in details in paragraph 2 and 3. Then these, what should constitute the paragraph 2? Means what should be the content of your writing. First, you need to analyze, as I said, what the different types of the problems are, how the problems are being created, what are the consequences of the problems. All things should be mentioned here. Then the current scenario, that means what is the current present position of such a problem. Okay, what is the height of such a problem? So advantages, disadvantages, everything should be mentioned over here. Next, you have cause and effect relationship. That means what can be the probable cause for such a problem to arise and the necessary effect of such a problem. Okay, so all these relationships between there should be a continuity between the paragraphs, but mind it, when you make paragraphs, you actually start off a new point. So based on that, based on your thinking, you have to analyze your paragraphs. Okay, the last paragraph, that is paragraph 3 and 4, as I said, there must be 3 to 4 paragraphs, or you can just take it paragraph 4 also. It will be considered as a conclusion paragraph, where you have to now try to conclude what your analysis is. Okay, so it is important to conclude. You cannot keep it open ended. You cannot keep it open ended means you cannot just finish off as just for the sake of finishing it off. Okay, you have to give a proper means guideline for the solution to the problem, or what can be the probable cause if such things are not being followed, something like that. Okay, so don't leave an article open ended. You have to conclude it properly for the whole thing to be presented properly. Okay, so that is what the different format of an article is. So now I'm just going to share a very simple topic with you, a specimen of an article with you. Just see how it is being written and try to analyze it, and then you can go on writing about some topics on your own. Okay, so as you can see, the article for you, the topic here is by 2050 India will be amongst the countries which will face acute water shortage. So we are addressing a very general and common issue, that is water shortage. So you are highly alarmed and terrified of the future world without water, so write an article. So the heading of the article is already given to you. You have just got to write the body. Okay, so almost 1/4 work is done for you when the heading is provided. And sometimes you'll find that in the question itself, name who is writing is mentioned. If it is not mentioned, you can mention your own name, but if it is mentioned in the question only, then you have to write that name only. Okay, so let us just see how it is being started. Save water, are we doing enough? So many people are living with less water than they need, whether in the world is most prosperous cities or in its bountiful agricultural heartlands. So droughts have also become more frequent, more severe, and affecting more people around the world. So we are actually analyzing a general situation. Okay, as many as 4 billion people already live in regions that experience severe water stress for at least 1 month of the year. So you can see that the analysis is being done. The general analysis is being done based on some researches, and it is given in that form only. So that is your introductory paragraph. So this shows that we are dealing with this water shortage problem. Next, what is the where does the problem arise? Okay, first you are giving that what is the importance of water. That is, it's a precious gift. Life exists because of its ability itself being tasteless, odorless, and colorless. It adds taste, color, and nice smell in the life of living beings on earth. So here are some different methods also we can follow. So you are mentioning here the importance of water and how does water influence the life of people. So then you can give some suggestions as to how the water shortage can be, this problem can be dealt with. Okay, so here are some different methods we can follow to save the clean drinking water and deal rainwater harvesting, deforestation, and all. Okay, so these are some solutions to the problem which we are dealing with in this article, and accordingly it becomes your concluding paragraph also. And just see the last two lines, that by practicing such methods we can conserve more water naturally and ensure the availability of it for future generations. We should take a pledge and make it a lifelong motto to preserve water, because it's this motto which you should follow. If you conserve water, it means you conserve life. So I hope you can see that how the article is being ended with a very proper suggestion given for human beings to follow. Okay, so it is not too long, as it's already been instructed that you have to restrict yourself within 200 words. So but you have to use the simplest language, and along with that you have to use it very analytically. Okay, so in within that 3 or 4 paragraphs you have to write everything what you are willing to write. Okay, so this is how an article is being written. Hope you have understood what is being guided. Now I'll give you another topic for you to just practice it at home, as I'm suggesting that all of you who are there in class 12, please give yourself some time to practice. Give yourself some time to practice and and practice it better at home. We are following the guidelines which I'm providing for you in the videos. Okay. So thank you for listening to me. Hope you have understood today's lesson. Hope you have a nice day.